New England's Homeland Security Investigations Unit is taking a closer look at Maine businesses.
The agency shared these photos on X, reminding employers that hiring unauthorized workers carries serious penalties and can undermine national security. The agency says it is auditing companies to check for fraud and whether workers are legally employed. We reached out to authorities asking for an interview, but we have not yet heard back. However, we were able to confirm with a spokesperson for Gateway Community Services, LLC, that its Lewiston location did get a visit from Homeland Security agents.
The spokesperson could not confirm when agents were there, but Homeland posted those photos Tuesday. That same healthcare company is facing accusations of MaineCare fraud, and it's fighting back against those accusations from Republican lawmakers.
Those lawmakers held a news conference yesterday centering around Gateway Community Services, which is an LLC. News Center Maine's Christian Hartz is here to break down some of the confusion that has popped up involving that company. Christian?
Hi, Chris and Bailey. So there are two separate but related entities in this story about alleged Medicaid fraud. The first is that LLC, Gateway Community Services, and the other is a nonprofit, Gateway Community Services Maine. The LLC is the one under investigation for possible fraud after a state audit, not the nonprofit. But as State House Republicans made clear, they see a clear connection between the two that goes beyond a similar name.
I believe what we have uncovered so far is only scratching the surface of fraud here in Maine.
Gateway has two separate but related organizations in Maine. Gateway Community Services Maine, the nonprofit, and Gateway Community Services LLC, the company. Both were founded in 2016 by Abdullahi Ali, a Somali refugee who resettled in Maine around 2009. Not only do they share a founder, they share addresses, one on Canal Street in Lewiston, the other on Forest Avenue in Portland. According to the company Gateway's lawyer, Ali is no longer involved with the nonprofit. He also said the nonprofit and company do not share staff. He said while the two share addresses, the nonprofit rents space from the company. The Department of Health and Human Services is investigating a credible allegation of fraud against Gateway, the company. DAHS found through a routine audit that Gateway received more than $1 million from MaineCare from 2021 to 2022. That audit found errors in Gateway's billing, either for services Gateway never performed or ones that MaineCare does not cover. The nonprofit is also under investigation. That is by the U.S. House Oversight Committee.
Congressman James Comer has launched a federal investigation and has requested bank records connected to Gateway and related entities.
The company's lawyer says the nonprofit does not bill MaineCare. According to a statement from the board of directors, the nonprofit is funded through grants and charitable contributions.
Why was Gateway Community Services, a company that had already received multiple notices of overbilling, allowed to sit on a steering committee to receive funding tied to the Lewiston Shooting Victims Fund?
But a spokesperson for the Maine Community Fund says that's not exactly correct. She said the nonprofit, not the company, was on the steering committee and received funds.
A company whose CEO reportedly spent time traveling to Somalia and running for president there and organizing a privately funded militia.
According to a statement from the company Gateway, Ali did once run for elected office in Somalia. He also did provide, quote, modest financial support for the Jubaland State Forces. That money was apparently for logistical, medical, and supply support. The statement goes on to say the use of militias weaponizes established stereotypes of Somali people.
Another name that came up in yesterday's press conference, Representative Decca DeLocke. She sits on the Appropriations and Financial Affairs Committee in the State House. Republicans want her to step down from that role due to her involvement with the nonprofit and the investigation by the U.S. House Oversight Committee, which mentions her by name. DeLocke was not available for an interview, but relayed she worked for the nonprofit for less than a year and provided this statement. Any accusations that I participated in illegal activities aren't just unequivocally false, they are also reckless and harmful. I support the investigation to hold accountable any individuals who misuse public funds. Now, Chris and Bailey, I'm expecting there to be a lot more details that come out about this as we see the State House session begin next week.
Absolutely, and as so many people come back from this holiday break. Thanks,
Definitely.
Christian.